What's going on, traders? Johnny here, and here's another recap video. Now, we are still currently in on a trade, so it's going to be a very interesting live trade recap. Now, we did make some money on LUNR by identifying support levels and resistance levels very easily, and now it's actually pushing through those resistance levels. Selling a little too early, we sold at 23.16, locking in some profits at that first sign of support. Very nice trade. The only thing I could have done better on this one was averaging down when it hit these support levels, so that way we could have increased our maximum profit, only risking about 1% to make 2% on this, so a 1-2 risk reward on LUNR. Now, the reason why we saw this was it's still very bullish on that 1 hour and 30-minute chart. It's above that 200-day moving average and those 45-day exponential moving averages, and it was a great trade. We like to catch the range. We saw the support. I wanted to catch this little bounce right here. Should have waited to buy down at 22.50. Nonetheless, locking in about $2, nothing crazy. NLSP, on the other hand, very nice trade this morning. This was a pre-market momentum trade. We were able to take it, and actually we bought in 100 shares at 298, sold 100 shares at 319 for a quick 21 cents per share, or $21 in profit. It went up as high as 329. If I was a little bit more patient, we could have locked in about 10 more cents, maybe 20 more cents, but nothing too crazy. That would only been about 10 or 20 more dollars. So as it hit that second top, right, a double top, it actually began to sell off, and now this is the back side of the move where most people end up holding. Again, that's kind of where I held. I have a whole video on the dark side of a Momo stock, or the backside of a momentum trading stock. See this selling off right now? Not good. Locked in our money, get in, get out, and move on with our life. Now, last but not least, Bitcoin heavily influenced today. A lot of volatility, to say the least, but I noticed it pushed up to 105, came back down to this 104 level. That's when I then decided to buy Mara, as it is correlated with Bitcoin, buying 10 shares at 1871 at those $104,000 levels. It waited a little bit of time. I bought it over here actually. It pushed up to 105, came back down, retested this moving average as support. Now it's pushing up, broke that resistance finally of 105, which means Mara will now begin to push up. And guys, I do recap videos like this every single day after I trade with my Learn to Earn team, who we go live with every single morning, Monday through Friday. So if you want to be a part of that, subscribe to the channel, be a Discord member by smashing that first link in the description, signing up for 100% free lifetime access membership for you. Get in now while you can, because it may not be free for long. LUNR pushing up very nicely. Bitcoin's still pushing up, and Mara, we wanted to see this push up a little bit more than 1918. It got rejected the first time. I would love to take profits at about 1941. We did add some shares as this began showing signs of upward momentum and progress. We started with 10 shares. Now we are risking about 1%, or about $15, to make around 2%, $30, or 3%, $40. So it has a 1 to 2 risk reward, or a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. Now, if Bitcoin can push above 105, then we can very easily see Bitcoin or Mara push up even higher, say 1941 levels, even 1958 levels from yesterday. It doesn't mean it has to, but it definitely can. We're up $30 on the day, or 1%, and I would love to lock in these profits with you today, as I do have a very busy schedule. I'm not sure how much trading I'm actually going to be able to do. So let's go ahead and lock these in on today's recap here. 70 shares at market open, locking in about $8, and we're up $31 on the day, just shy of 1%, and that's great. That's what we do here. We strive to make 1% a day. That's it. We get our money in, we get out, and we're risking a very small amount. Now, the strategy we're using, if we have, so we have a $2,000 account, okay? Say there's a $2,000 account, or let's say even 1,000. Let's not confuse anyone. $1,000. Let's split that up into 5 trades. So you have 5 trades of $1,000. That would be $200. Now you have $200 available to trade. You could have actually bought about 10 shares of this morning for $200. Now with that $200, you're only going to risk 10%, or even less, maybe 5% of 200, which would be about 5 which would be $10 to $20 in risk. You're risking $10, but if it moves up, 10, 20%, then you'll actually make $20 to $30. And that's exactly what I showcased here. I was risking 1% to make 2 or 3%. I didn't quite get that 1% mark, but again, like I said, we went live with the LTE team this morning for an hour. We saw some consolidation. We saw this move very nicely. And sometimes if it's not doing what you want it to do, it's okay to reduce your position size or just completely get out and wait for a better setup. I could have held this a little longer, but I also don't want to go through my day distracted with an open position, constantly checking my phone, or just even being stressed out. Now, if you are stressed out, you're struggling with making profits, reduce your position size so that way it takes some of that emotion out. If you have $1,000, don't trade with the full $1,000. Maybe you trade with $10 or $100. Maybe you buy one share to test the waters, and as you get better, you can add to more and more shares. I noticed that's exactly what happened to me this past week. We had over a month of success. We were up quite a few hundreds of dollars in July, and in a blink of an eye, I gave it all back, and we are back to break even. One, because I went too heavy. Two, I wasn't waiting for direction to be in my favor. I was just trying to force trades, and that doesn't happen. We need to be calculated. We need to calculate our risk. We need to be patient. We need to let these set up. These patterns do repeat themselves, so let these patterns set themselves up. Buy at those support, sell at those first signs of resistance, sell half, let the other half ride. That's how you can really make that money. Buy, get out. Don't hold anything longer than you have to. Don't hold it if it's slowly going down. And again, buy at those support levels. Buy when you see confirmation. This is going to continue to push up, and Mara could continue to push up too. But what I noticed was when it hit 105, Mara couldn't get above its moving average. Now that it's at 105.5, it's way past that moving average. Mara still cannot get past its moving average on the 1 minute. Okay, that's very sad. If it can, I could still buy 10, 20, 30 shares, 40 shares if I wanted to. But hey, sometimes we shouldn't overtrade anyways, as this could pull back and we could lose all of our profits to begin with. So I got my alert set. If it does break 1918, 1940, or if it starts to go back down and break $19 in general, I can let you guys know in the Discord. Now, I trade every day, live, Monday through Friday. Get in now while it's free. It's 100% free, lifetime access. So if I do make it a paid service, you don't have to worry about paying later because you'll already be a member. So sign up now. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you all in this week's Sunday Stock Talk and our game plan for next week to come. I give you earnings release reports, any updates, any current events, and any positions or stocks I'll be looking at to trade for next week. So definitely tune in to our Sunday Stock Talk in the afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you all there. Thanks for watching. Remember, let's end the year on a green note, and have a great weekend.